So here's a quick update. The recording of this session will be uploaded on our YouTube channel so that you can revise the topics. And the webinar will be of 1 hour long duration, and the certificate will be provided at the end of the session. I will be sharing a attendance form or a feedback form. You can fill out your feedback about the session, and the certificate will be provided after that. So if you want the certificate, you have to wait till the end of the session, and you can join our community to learn more about technology and learn and get skills, and and you can join our community to stay updated about our upcoming events and training sessions. Hi Gulnaz, I think we are good to go. We can start the session.
Yes, thank you very much. And hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. So I want to share my screen. So guys, as you can see on the screen, it's today's session, which is configuring log analytics workspace in Azure and Microsoft Defender for Cloud. So let me do my introduction first. My name is Gulnaz Mushtaq, and I have been a Microsoft certified trainer since 2018. So I train so many students around the world. Also, I am working as a MCT regional lead in the Pakistan region. Also, I am MVP Microsoft Most Valuable Professional in the area Azure and hybrid Microsoft Hybrid Administration. Also, Microsoft awarded me with the Enrique Lima Award. This is a kind of award which Microsoft gives to the people who work for the community. So I always encourage people to work for the community because community work that matters a lot when you are having a certain skills and you feel that you should be working, you should be helping other people around you. For that, in if they find some help from you, they need your help, you should go for that. So I always encourage my peers to help for betterment of the community. So as far as my experience are concerned, my experience is mainly on server hybrid administration, Azure hybrid administration, Azure administration, security identity management. So this is my MCT badge. This is my MCT regional lead badge as well. So this is the shield Microsoft send you when you become a regional lead and you work for the community. This is my MVP badge. This is the Enrique Lima Award, and this is the MVP award. So if you guys want to join me on LinkedIn, I would love to help you out for any matters pertaining to Microsoft technologies. If you want to know about the latest updates in Microsoft side, in Azure Hybrid Administration, security, etc., you can join me on LinkedIn. So in the background, as you can see, this is a cover page which is written over there, MCT Community Pakistan Learning Room. It is basically a learning room on Microsoft Teams, and you can join this learning room if you need any help, any technical guidance, if you want to ask some questions, if you want to know about the latest updates, all about the certifications and things like that, you can ask and you can put your queries over there. So this is basically on Microsoft Teams. You can join from this simple link, and you can join me on LinkedIn as well. So guys, today's session is all about Microsoft Azure Hybrid Administration, and this is one of the part of that area. So first of all, we are going to create an Azure Log Analytics workspace uh, and also an Azure Automation account. Also, we are going to configure Defender for Cloud. Also, we using that Log Analytics workspace, we are going to onboard our on-premises, one of our on-premises server, Microsoft Windows server, and then we are going to um, test the server by uh, putting some uh, workload on our server. So we are going to test through the Defender for the Cloud. So this is going to be our scenario. This might be the scenario of any of you guys. You are here in this session. So, for example, you are working in an organization, and your organization has to do it by securing your servers with that those are in the part of your hybrid environment, and they want to secure those servers. Just going to help getting some help from the cloud. Just imagine that you are a security analyst and you're working for your organization. And what do you want? You want that your server should be protected or updated by through Azure side, and using Microsoft Defender for cloud, you need that protection, and using the Azure automation account, you need to update those servers. So in today's session, because we are having limited time limitation, we are not going to discuss so many things because this is a huge topic. So we are going to cover other aspects in the upcoming future sessions. So we are going to create the log analytics workspace. Then we are going to attach our Microsoft updation account to log analytics workspace. Then we are going to do something with cloud, Azure for cloud as well. So log analytics workspace is basically a unique environment. It's for Azure and it's for hybrid administration as well. You can get your logs over there. You can attach your subscription. You can, through that, you can diagnose your problems using those analytics. And what is Microsoft Defender for Cloud? So Microsoft Defender for Cloud is a cloud native application protection environment. It is basically a multi-cloud environment. It is not only just for Azure. You can attach AWS as well. You can attach Google Cloud as well. You can attach your own premises, Kubernetes clusters, apps, and so many things. So that is basically used for cyber threats vulnerabilities to detect, right? So you can control everything through that single environment, which is called Defender for the cloud. So let's jump into the demonstration because we are going to demonstrate everything. It's all about the practical, because why people they like practical doing things, something which should be implemented there on their on-premises environment. So first of all, I need to share my Azure account screen. So let me do that. Okay. So basically, first of all, what we need to do, we need to create a log analytics workspace, and that is very simple. So today's lab is going to be very simple thing. Every person who is in this session, they can do that, right? You can search through this bar by writing down as log analytics workspace, right? So log analytics workspace is the first thing we are going to implement. So you can create your log analytics workspace from this option, plus create sign. Okay. First of all, decide which subscription you are going to use for that, right? So just drop down and select your desired subscription. So what is your resource group? I want to create a resource group. For example, my organization is Contoso, and it is for Contoso Infra Resources, right? So this is going to be my resource group. And then what is the name of this log analytics workspace? So I need to put a name for that. For example, my log analytics workspace name is Toso Infra Workspace. So this is a generic name. You can use any of your names, right? So Contoso Infra Workspace is a kind of understandable name for me. So I put that name over here. What is my region going to be, right? So you can put any regions, but for that, later on we are going to check as well, because the log analytics workspace needs something to bind maybe to another region as well. It's not the case for all the regions, but for some specific region, but we can check that list as well later on. So for the log analytics workspace, my main region is East US, and I just need to create that thing. So this is that much simple, right? You just go put your log analytics workspace and your subscription. I'm just going to create this thing. So you just need to put something over there, its name, region, its subscription you are going to use for that, right? Which one subscription is your favorite one for this thing, right? So you can do that. So this is that much easier. So now you can see that your log analytics workspace is going to be deployed and you cannot switch the page. You need to wait for that, right? So once your log analytics workspace is ready, so what you need to do then? The next is you need to create your automation account. For that, I need to search through this search bar and I would type as Azure automation or simply automation account, maybe, right? So this is the symbol or this is the icon for automation accounts. So just click on automation accounts. And for the automation account, you need to create the automation account. Because this is a kind of service which is based on specific regions, right? So you need to check that if you have selected a specific region or specific area while creating the log analytics workspace, you need to check that which during if you need to create an automation account using that log analytics workspace, because it depends on log analytics workspace, right? So for that, you need to check for the bindings. For some of the regions, maybe the binding is another region, right? So this region is maybe US East is going to be bound with another region. So I created my log analytics workspace for this subscription, and my resource group was Contoso Infra Resources. So now here, I need to put the name for my automation account, like uh, Contoso Automation. So this is just a generic name. Okay, for the binding, you need to check the region first of all. So this is a link I would share with the administration team who are going to upload this recording on YouTube. They will put this link in the description as well. So for that, you need to check through this link. This link is going to show you all the possibilities for the mapping accounts, for the mapping regions, right? So supported region for linked log analytics workspace. If you can check this thing, because this is going to provide you certain capabilities, and sometimes it needs other region as well. It's not all the time, but in some of the cases, like in our case, we selected the US East region for log analytics workspace. But when you create an automation account, you need to select East West 2. So this is how it is going to work, right? So for that, I here, while creating the automation account, instead of East US region, I'm going to put East US 2 region. East US 2 region. So this is all about the binding, right? So this is that much simple. You just need to select your subscription. You need to select your target resource group. You need to put the name, should be something unique, right? So region, the binding one, right? And you need to review and create your account. Okay. So once your automation account that would be ready, so what's the next? So we are going to make some configuration. So we are going to get it ready. So this is very much important. So the next step is that we are going to visit the automation account and we are going to attach that certain log analytics workspace to that automation account, right? So once that automation account is ready, then we are going to move to the Defender side. Okay, so this is almost ready. So now we are going to the resource, which is an automation account. So here in the automation account, as you can see over here, first of all, you need to go to the inventory site, right? In the configuration management, you need to go to the inventory because your automation account is going to associate your certain log analytics workspace. So first of all, in this case, your account doesn't know about anything log analytics workspace because everything is going to be attached to the log analytics workspace. So in inventory, you're just going here, and here what you are going to do is you need to tell it about the log analytics workspace. So here you're going to select that specific log analytics workspace, right? So the only thing that requires is to select your specific log analytics workspace and then go and enable. So this is going to take some time, right? Again, don't switch the screen, just let them do everything ready, right? So you can, if you are going, you are like little curious about that whether the things are going to be done or not, you just go here and you can click on this notification and just see the progress. So always, if you are little confused that whether things are going to be done or not, just go and click this notification sign. So this is going to tell you everything. So whether your deployment is ready or not, is it working or not, whatever, right? Okay. So let it complete first, right? So once the deployment is ready, the next step is we are going to configure something on update management, right? So for today's topic, the mainly we are discussing about the Defender, right? How to protect your on-premises server using Defender. This automation account is having huge capabilities. It's not all about just attaching your machines for for Defender, but later on in the future sessions, we will be also talking about mainly all about the update management as well, right? So, okay, so this is almost done. It says deployment succeeded. Now I'm going to the next option. So for in the log automation account, we uh, just associate that log analytics workspace with our this automation account by clicking on the inventory. And the next step is we need to configure the update management as well. We can do that as well. So in the update management, okay, so the next step is to enable the update management as well, because we are going to update our servers or our virtual machines on VMs on Azure as well, right? So this is better to enable that option as well. So we are going to enable this thing as well. Okay. So let it done everything. So once everything is ready at the automation account, the next step is we need to go to the Defender for Cloud to get it ready. So keep one thing in your mind that by default, your subscriptions are protected by Defender for Cloud and its basic plan, right? If you want to use most advanced plans, you can buy, and pricing are always there on the Azure, right? You can go and you can check the pricing. Also, you can check the pricing from your Azure account as well, right? But the basic capabilities are already enabled. Okay. So guys, I need to go to this is almost ready because it is processing. So just let it process completely. And then we are moving to the Defender for Cloud. Okay, so this is almost done, right? So things are done at the automation account side. Now we are moving to the Defender for Cloud to get it ready. For that, I just go and search through the search bar and I put as Defender for Cloud. So this is very much popular sign for Defender for Cloud. Okay, guys. So this is Defender for Cloud, the main default with the default capabilities, because as I already told you guys that by default it is enabled with the basic plan for all your subscriptions. You can check any latest alerts, threads, everything. But if you need some advanced capabilities, like you need capabilities for your on-premises servers, so what you are going to do, you just need to get it done, first of all. So for that, in the Defender for Cloud Blade, we are going to the general section at getting started, right? So I am just going to click on getting started. Why? Maybe there are some agents, there are some updates we need to install over here, right? So for that, I just click on getting started and I install the agents. And in install agent, just scroll a little bit down. And for the first time, as my account is not that much like the recent account, it's kind of like I have been using it for many years. So I already worked on this option. So for that, maybe in your account, when you go first time, this option is enabled for you. I already installed all the necessary agents, so I don't need to do that again. So for the first time, you need to go to the install agents and you have to install all the necessary required agents over here, right? Okay, so once this is done, so what's the next step? Once you install all the required agents, you just need to scroll down and in management section over here on the left side, right? On the left side in the management section, you need to go to the environment settings. Okay, I just click on environment settings. Okay, so what's next? So basically, you can see that your Defender for Cloud supports these many things. Azure subscription, AWS account, GCP projects, GitHub connectors, so many other things, right? So for example, we are using Defender for Clouds by Azure subscription. We are protecting the Defender for Clouds, protecting our local area machines or on-premises servers through our Azure Defender for Cloud. So we are using these subscriptions. Like if I scroll down, right now I am having a few subscription. Okay, the most important thing for that, make sure that when you are doing this thing, and whatever the subscription is, right? No matter the subscription is, the person who is performing this action should be the owner of that subscription, because there are some limitation for other roles, right? So make sure that the person who is doing this action, performing this action, should be an owner. So for example, I am an owner of these two subscription, and if it, you can see the tenant root group as well, the main management group for the all the subscription, the default management group. If I click on that, I am having two subscription, but my target subscription is this one, for example, right? Because using this one, I have been doing everything. Like I have generated log analytics workspace automation account, and now I'm going to configure some on-premises capabilities using this Defender for Cloud, right? For that, I need to just click on the subscription, right? One click only. Okay. So first of all, it is going to make some analysis. And if I scroll a little bit down, you can see. So these are basically those plans we were talking about, right? So I have selected that subscription, right? This one, Visual Studio Enterprise Solution subscription. So this subscription is having by default these plans. So by default, the foundational plan is already there. right? For all the subscription, this is the default plan and it is free. They are not going to charge anything. If you want to have some details about that, you can click on that and you can see the details. So definitely it is having some limitations, but it is very good thing. Still, it works a lot for you. But if you need the advanced capabilities, what you have to do is, for example, there are a lot more options as well because there are some pricing involved. Like for hybrid on-premises servers, you need to have this plan too, first of all, and it will cost like these many things, right? So what is your requirement? Don't go and select everything, like put everything like turn on or something. Don't go for that. Just target the main requirement only. So your main requirement is just servers. So in my case, for your case, initially when you are going to do that, it might be like turned off. But for the first time when you go for this thing, you just need to first of all turn this on. Just turn this on, right? Then what you need to go to do, you need to click on settings and monitorings. Okay, fine. So this is the page you need to visit. Okay, if I go back on the same page, right? And on while turning on these servers, this plan, I can go through this link as well. So there are two different links. You can go through here as well. You can click on this as well, right? So both are almost similar. Okay, I'm just going to click settings over here because I need a few settings. The main important settings are for servers. You need to select log analytics agent, right? Because you need to install an agent on your on-premises server. And using that agent, you are going to use your log analytics workspace and Microsoft Defender for Cloud, right? So first of all, you need to install an agent. And in my case, maybe in your case, first of all, it would be off in the form of off, right? You need to turn it on. And what the next? Next, most important thing is that you need to edit this configuration. Okay, I'm just going to edit the configuration. Click on that. So by default, maybe you are having this option enabled. Might be, right? Depends how many times you have used Defender for the cloud, right? For my case, I just click on the custom workspace and I need to attach my workspace, log analytics workspace. So just go and apply this option. It is very much simple, right? What you have to do is you need to edit this configuration and you need to put your custom workspace, desired workspace, and you need to apply this thing, right? Also make sure that these options should be enabled as well, right? Okay, so that's fine. It's totally fine. So all other options are enabled as well, and you need to continue. Okay, so make sure that this server option is turned on. And now you need to save this thing. Just click on save. Don't forget to save this option, right? So this is going to be configured and it's almost done because you are just turned on the advanced capabilities of Defender for Cloud. Just make sure that everything is fine. Okay, fine. If everything is good, now you need to close this thing. Just close this one, right? And again, go to Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Here, scroll down, go to environment setting. And here in this subscription where your workspace has been attached, right? Now it has been attached. As you can see, just click on refresh just for having the latest updated things you just have configured. So now you can see this workspace over here. Just click on this workspace. Okay, I just clicked on the workspace which has been attached to Microsoft Defender, and now I need to enable all these Defender plans which I just have um, make a few changes, right? So I enabled all of them, just clicking on enable all plan, and I am going to save this thing. So it says that this thing has been saved. Okay. Now, once all of them have been enabled, now I need to go to the data collection because I need to collect some analytics, some data events as well through this Defender. So the log analytics workspace is going to help out Defender to collect the data, right? So for this thing, I just click on all events, right? For this thing, I just need to save. So this has been saved now, and my all the Defender settings, each and everything is now ready. So now what is the next step? The next step is that I need to get my on-premises server ready just to have to attach with the Defender for cloud. And for that, I am definitely going to visit that server. And for that, I should be having that server ready, on-premises server ready with some internet connection over there so that I can make a few changes. And also, I need to install that agent over here. So for that agent, I want to have that server, right? So let me stop my screen and I need to share that server. So I just turned on my server. So this is basically Microsoft Windows Server. Okay. So this is my Microsoft Windows Server, and now it's time to open up that workspace environment and everything here on this server because I need to install the agent as well, right? So for the agent, now it's time to open up server and check your internet connectivity because the server should be connected to the internet because we are going to open up the Azure portal over here, right? So I use Edge browser. For that, I just open up the portal, the Azure portal over here. So what I need to do is the same Defender for Cloud I need to open from here. So here in Microsoft Defender for Cloud, as you check everything is ready, that's totally fine, right? So in this environment settings, as you can see, Defender plan is ready. Okay, fine. Now on the same Defender for cloud environment, I need to go to the inventory page. This one, right? So I am on Defender for Cloud, and it's time to attach this Defender for Cloud to my on-prem server, and we are on the same server, right? So we are on the same server. We have done everything ready, advanced capabilities of Defender for Cloud, each and everything. Sorry. So what we have to do is in the inventory side, right? We just click on this thing, and here we need to add non-Azure servers, right? So non-Azure server means your on-prem servers, right? So keep one thing in your mind, this is just a demonstration, right? You can do it on every on-premises server, which is already connected to the internet. So I click on add non-Azure server. So here, as we are talking about the hybrid capabilities, so in the case of hybrid capabilities, you need to connect your on-prem server through some agents, through some connectors, right? So first of all, we need to upgrade this thing, right? So first of all, I need to upgrade because system is going to guide you as well. Everything is going to be guided to you, right? So here I click on upgrade, and it says that, okay, fine. Now I need to refresh this thing. Okay, now I just refreshed, upgraded my server, and now I need to add the server. Fine. So for that, you need to click on log analytics agent instructions, right? So click on that, and you can see it says download agent. Okay, so as per my experience, sometimes when you first time download the agent and you start installation, it gives you an instruction that maybe you have already installed this agent. So this is just, I think this is a kind of bug or something, but it's not the case. If you get that kind of messages, you just need to close everything and you need to restart your server and you just come back and again start installation, right? No worries. So for that, it says download agent. I need to download the agent as per my environment because I'm using 64-bit operating system. So I need to download definitely for the 64-bit. And in the case of workspace ID or primary key, if the system asks for that, I need to copy this thing and I will put these two IDs over there. First of all, I need to download Windows Agent. If I click on that, you can see that this small piece of software is going to be downloaded in my definitely download folders. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to minimize this thing, and in the same server, I will go and in the downloads, I will find this small file, right? Just double click on that and start your installation. Welcome to the Microsoft Monitoring Agent. Next, look, the same is the case, right? It says whether you want to repair. Okay, it is the case. It's a kind of a little bug over here. If I proceed, maybe it may work, or maybe we need to restart the server and we need to install it again, right? So for the time being, I just remove this thing and I want to reinstall. So I'm just going to finish and I want to restart my computer. So this is a kind of a bug or something, right? So it happens sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it happens. So we are just going to wait for some times, and till our server is ready, we're just going to connect the server, reconnect the server, and then we are going to start reinstallation, opening up the Azure portal over there, because in between that installation, maybe it is going to ask for putting that ID as well. It's a primary ID and workspace ID, the both IDs that might ask from us, right? So for that, we need to open up that Azure portal. And in the Defender side, we need to go to the inventory. And the inventory side, if we are going to add the server, and when it requires adding the server, we are going to install the agent on the server. And if we click on the installation agent, it will ask for the ID, right? So we are going to put that ID over there. So let me check my server first. So the server is just rebooted. I'm just going to share the screen. Okay, that's fine. So server is ready. Now I need to open up the Azure portal. So that is the good thing about the Edge browser, that it automatically restores all the pages. Okay. Okay, fine. So we were here, right? So in the log analytics workspace, we just downloaded the agent, and we just want to install the agent. And for that, we downloaded the agent in that download folder. So let us open up the same download folder. Proceed. I agree. Next. Okay. Here, if the system is going to ask you to connect to the agent, you just click on this option, connect to the agent to Azure Log Analytics, right? Okay, just this one option only. Next. So here system is going to ask for the workspace ID and the key. Just open up this portal. Okay. So here we can copy the workspace ID from here, workspace ID from the clipboard, and we are going to put that workspace ID over here. So likewise, we are going to copy the primary key over here, and we are going to put the primary key in here in this checkbox, sorry, text box. And now we are going to proceed with the installation. Okay, so the agent is going to ask for updation, any updates may be needed, but it's better to select this option because to avoid any errors or chances of errors. So next and install. So let the system install all the necessary things, everything, and after passing some time, the system is ready because you have installed the agent. So once the agent would be installed, you need to finish. And one last thing you need to do is you need to revisit the automation account, right? So for that, just go to the Azure portal because your agent is ready and installed in your system, in your server. Okay, now we need to search for the automation account. We need to revisit the automation account. And in automation account, The same two steps we are going to follow. As if you remember that initially when we configured the log analytics workspace, so we moved to the automation account, and in automation account, there were two options. First is the inventory, and the next one was the update management. So in those steps, we just associated that log analytics workspace to this automation account. But now we need to associate the inventory exactly. And for that, we just click on that, right? And here in the manage machine section, we are going to click this thing. And we need to enable on all available future machines as well. And we need to enable. So after passing some times, your server would be attached to this account, right? Likewise, if you need to update this management section, for that, you need to do the same step. In update management, you need to click on manage machine. Enable for all the future machines as well. Enable. So now your inventory and your update settings are almost ready. Okay. So maybe you will be seeing the analytics after some time because it may take some time, some minutes or a few minutes, right? So what is the next step? As you enabled everything and your inventory and update management is ready, so now what you have to do is you need to check the system capabilities, right? Whether system is working, whether system is not working. For that, you just go for the Defender for Cloud. So this is Defender for Cloud. And Defender for Cloud would be generating some security alerts over here, right? We just going to give the instruction to our server to generate some alert, some threat or something. It's just a testing for testing purpose, right? Not something for very serious. Just for the testing purpose, we are going to put some commands over here. So I will again share this command with the management team, and they will put these commands to the subscription, to the description of the YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, so we are going to generate some alert. And for that, we need to go to the PowerShell on that specific server. And in this search bar, just type in as PowerShell. It is testing the capabilities. Just open up with as an administrator. There are just two simple commands we need to run over here. First of all, you need to create a temporary path to put some files, and we just created a temp folder in the C drive, right? So this is just going to create a temp directory just to put some data, to copy some data. I'm just going to enter this thing. Using just initiating away. Just clicking on the enter, and it says that one directory with the name temp has been created, right? So one directory has been created. Now this is a generic command which will start some process, and it will trigger an alert in your Microsoft Defender for Cloud. It's just a generic command, and we are going to run that command as well. So I'm just putting that command over here. Yes, I hitting the enter. So it is initiating a web request to the Defender for Cloud because the agent is here and it's linked to the Microsoft Defender for Cloud. So to check the alerts, okay, it might take some time. It is not kind of instant thing. Maybe it takes a few minutes or things like that. So don't worry about that. So instantly we are going to move to the Defender for Cloud, and in the alert section, you can check all the security alerts over here. You just need to refresh this page once to get all the alerts. So some alerts are high in severity and some are medium. How to resolve them? Just click on the alert and you will see this thing. You can see the full detail and you can take an action as well. Right? So this is all about the actions you can take. If I go back to the alerts window, for example, this is another alert, just going to have something which is more understandable. For example, this is some storage alert and you want to take an action. So for that, these are the possible solution for you, how to uh, prevent from the attack or what do you want to do, for example, right? In case you want to make it resolved or something, for example, if I click on this active status in dismissed or resolved, just like Microsoft Defender on premises, that kind of that application in by default in your servers. Microsoft Defender is a antivirus, anti-malware threat protection solution. Just like that, you can resolve and okay. Right? So you can resolve them accordingly as per your requirement, and you can take an action as well. So this was all about how to protect your on-premises Microsoft Windows Server using Microsoft Defender for Cloud solution on the Azure. So guys, if you are having any questions, you may ask please. But one thing I want to share with you guys before going further is that if you want to join the Microsoft Learning community, so you can join MCT Community Pakistan Learning Room. As initially in the start, I have already explained that this is a kind of global expert community of learners, right? So you need any problem in Microsoft Azure, in Microsoft 365, Endpoint, Intune, whatever. So you can ask, you can put your questions over here, right? So we would love to entertain you guys. And also you are going to have updates about what are the latest advancements going on at Microsoft technology side and a lot more things. So link is very much simple, which is aka.ms/MCT Community Pakistan. So this is official learning room on Microsoft Learn website. So for any questions you may ask, please. And thank you very much for joining today's session. Okay, I think I have a question in the chat box. Yes, guys, any question, please, you may ask, please.
Yeah, feel free to ask your questions. We would love to answer.
So one thing I would like to let you know, guys, that there are a lot of changes going on at Azure side. So many transitions are latest updates are going on. So we will be updating you about those changes and new functionalities uh, of Azure. In the future, we are going to host more such sessions, right, with you guys. Okay, so this is a hand raised by Ram Krishna. Yes, Ram Krishna, you have any question? Please.
Please ask your question in the chat box.
Yes, you can ask, you can type in the chat box. Okay, so DevOps is a kind of platform for the developers. So DevOps is also the part of Azure as well, right? So you know the Azure App Services. So those are platform as a service. So most of the times, if you are working on development side, in different languages like Python, .NET, and so many other things, right? So DevOps is a kind of very much flexible platform. So the Azure is providing the app services, Kubernetes, Docker containers, a lot more things, right? So when the things, why you prefer the platform as service on cloud? Why? Because the cloud services are very much flexible, handy services. If they don't need, first of all, any infrastructure, you just have to have some platform, and the platform is kind of very flexible. You can attach that platform to your GitHub. You can change your GitHub repositories. You can make changes in the core. You can update the version. So it is very much flexible platform, right? So DevOps is mainly all about the developers platform. What is the alternate to the antivirus? Okay, so Microsoft is going to be on the high peak at the security providers because they're as this session was one of those services, was part of one of those services. The Microsoft Defender for the cloud is one aspect. So there is a complete security domain at Microsoft side, right? So mainly in my future, as I am planning for the future session, that mainly my session should be on security side, on premises security updates and things like that, right? So the antivirus solutions were, if I talk about the conventional solutions, those needed some thing to be installed. But for the now, as Microsoft has made so many advancement at the security side, so most of the solutions are directly attached to the Azure. You can use Azure subscription, and you can uh, onboard your servers on-premise server. You can protect your on-premises servers attaching with the Azure, right? So this is a very handy solution. So conventional antivirus softwares are now replacing the cloud solutions. So cloud solutions are very much flexible, and they are very intelligent solutions. Okay. So is it possible many to different company? Yes, there are a lot of other services as well because today it was all about the security Microsoft Defender for cloud. So Microsoft Intune is another server you can monitor. You can have some monitoring on your on-premises uh, machines, things like that, right? So there are a lot of monitoring solutions on the cloud side. Also, the Azure Arc is another part of your server protection and monitoring as well. You can attach your analytics to Microsoft Azure workspaces, log analytics workspaces as well. So there are a lot of solutions. So keep in touch with us. We are going to have many such future sessions with you guys to improve more knowledge and things like how to get certified. Okay, guys. So this was the part of Azure Hybrid Administration, and the Azure Hybrid Administration means that it is all about using the on-premises servers, having some services from the cloud, Azure cloud, right? So you are combining both of them. Your on-premises uh, local area network servers, or you can say your private cloud attaching. When you attach that private cloud to your public cloud, it becomes a hybrid environment. So today's session was all about that. If we talk about the certification, so this kind of certification is about like AZ801 certification, AZ800 certification, right? You just note it down, AZ800 and AZ801. So uh, 800 is mostly talking about the on-premises core infrastructure of all about the servers, and 801 is the advanced capabilities, right? So when you pass both of them, you will get Azure Hybrid Administrator Associate title, right? So these are the two tracks for people who are working on the server administration side, and they want to extend their knowledge to the Azure as well. Because today's era is all about the hybrid administration. So most of the time people are they're talking about the hybrid administration, right? Okay, I think so. Its time is up. Yes, Chatiana, time is up, I think so.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Gulnaz. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
taking
Thank you
your
for inviting.
yeah, thank you for taking your time and guiding us. I'm sure everyone had a great learning experience. And feel free to connect with Gulnaz on LinkedIn. And if you have any doubts, you can ask her over there. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining. I have shared the community links in the chat box, and you can join our community to stay updated about our upcoming events. And we will definitely plan something in the future with Gulnaz as well, like she said, for the security and other topics. So we would love to have you all guys again back to the this community event. So thank you so much, Gulnaz, and thank you so
Thank you.
much, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, guys. Goodbye. Take care.
Thank you. So I have shared the feedback form in the chat box. Feel free to write your feedback if there's anything that we would like to cover, if there's anything that we should cover in the future. Feel free to write it in the feedback form. And once you fill the feedback form, you will receive a certificate of participation for today's event, for attending today's session. So feel free to must fill out that form if you want the certificate. So I have also shared my screen for the QR code to join our community. If in order if anyone is not if anyone has not joined our community, then please feel free to do so. And I have shared the form uh, again, and I have pinned the form you can fill out. For the last session, there I think there must be some server issue or any technical issue. So we will look after it and we will get back to you so that you can get your certificate. I have also shared Gulnaz LinkedIn. If anyone has any doubt, feel free to connect with her. And uh, if you upload your certificate or anything, feel free to tag us. Feel free to tag Gulnaz. Feel free to share how you like the how much how was the session, and feel free to share your positive feedback. This motivates us to bring more such sessions for you guys. So feel free to share your feedback with us if there's anything that we should work on.